Okay, we also have some late testimony from Colin K. Perry, Director of Hawaii Aviation Preservation Society. And finally, Daniel Paul E. Gracia II, both of them in support.
I was given that to read for him, if that's possible, Chair.
We have his written comments.
Good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go. Thank you so much. Okay, members, are there any questions of the testifiers? Yes, Vice Chair. First.
I've said this to you many times, Kirsten. I don't understand. So why is it bad to have this on the register?
It's not bad to have it on the register.
Okay. So what's your beef here?
My concern is that this bill does not include a proper nomination form that defines what exactly it is that you're putting on the register. The normal process is to prepare on standard forms with standard information, with bibliographies, with lots of research and lots of technical data about what it is exactly that's historic, what makes it historic, where the boundaries are, what are the contributing and non-contributing features that add to that history, and there's agreement on that. And it goes to a body of professionals, the Hawaii Historic Places Review Board, for concurrence. That is a very well-established process with both state and national statutes to support it, with technical guidelines. And that's used for buildings, for archaeological sites, for cultural sites, for military sites. I mean, that process is the way to do this. Now,
Which is this?
which is that, yes. Now, the battlefield significance is a subset of other kinds of preservation nominations. And it's a very specialized one. And I was happy to hear Mr. Hayes say that they have expertise that they would like to participate in defining that. That battlefield expertise needs to be applied to this site to help figure out all those things that I just mentioned. So with this bill just saying it's all historic and put it on the register, none of those steps have been done. It lacks that discipline.
So are you concerned that it may not be historic?
No, not at all. I think it's very historic, and there's a process.
Okay.
But I'd also like to just explain, if I may, simply nominating or placing something on the state register of historic places does not in fact preserve it. The preservation plan has to follow on that. The register simply says this is a historic area that is worthy of preservation. It doesn't prevent development, it doesn't prevent demolition, it doesn't prevent it doesn't force maintenance, it doesn't make anyone take an affirmative action to take care of something. All of those steps need to follow on. So the assumption that merely placing something on the historic register will preserve it is faulty.
Just one more question, Chair. How long does this process take?
The hard part is doing all the research and preparing the nomination. So depending on how many people and how quickly they can work, they can get that done. Once they submit it to the state for review, it's about 3 months.
Have we ever done this before? It makes it sound like we're out of step with the whole process, but this legislature often does whatever it wants to do. Have we ever stepped out of line like this before and we've done exactly what we've done? Question mark.
In a nice way, Kirsten.
There are instances where the legislature has declared something to be a state monument, for example, Diamond Head or Iolani Palace. Usually those are state-owned properties. I am not aware of any time when the state has done that for something that it doesn't already own.
Interesting.
Any more questions? If not, thank you so much. Thank you, testifiers. Let's move on to the next measure. Okay, next up is HB 1603. First up, the State of Hawaii Department of Economic Development, DBED. Ted Liu, Director for